My name is Stephen Sloan. I'm the editorial director of the Saturday Evening Post. And with me today is Ellen Michaud, who wrote our wonderful piece called The Power of Prayer for the November-December issue. She is the author of a book called Blessed. So I want to welcome Ellen to the Saturday Evening Post discussion.
Thank you. Well, what prayer does for you is pretty amazing. Most people think of prayers as simply the words that you recite, for example, at a church or a synagogue, or they think of it as songs and stuff like that. And all those things are basically ways to get into what the real part of prayer is, which is that space in which both you and God, or whatever you choose to call God, the presence, Allah, makes no difference. There are so many different names for It's kind of like that old story, I think it originated in India, where several blind men are all touching different parts of an elephant, and they're all saying like, oh, but the elephant is this, and oh, no, the elephant is this. And what happens is all of it is the elephant. And I think that where prayer is concerned, that is true too. That is my belief anyway. Group prayer, it reminds me of another story from an old pastor this time. A guy showed up at his door and said, oh, pastor, I don't know why I should go to, I wanted you to know, I've decided I'm not going to church anymore at all. The pastor didn't say too much. He basically, or the vicar, I guess he would have been called in England, sat back in his chair, really comfortably, and invited the guy to sit down next to him, next to the fire. And after a few minutes, the guy relaxed a little bit, and the pastor, the vicar, leaned forward and with some tongs took a piece of glowing coal from the fire and put it on the hearth. And he just let it sit there, and he let it burn out. And his lesson to us in that particular story is that when you're one of a large group of coals and you're all glowing, the power, the heat is increased. The experience is so much more intensified that it's a beautiful thing, and I think we're very fortunate to have it.
Refer to the fact that non-believers or people who have doubts about a higher power could also benefit from a group experience like this.
I live here in Vermont, which is actually characterized as the least, there's been studies done, the least religious state in the universe, which is kind of amazing. What happens is, in many cases, is people are hiking on mountains and going up trails. And many times what they're doing is moving into that space that we talk about where prayer exists. It's a wordless kind of prayer, but it is also a space in which there is a relationship, a connection with God. They may not use the language. That's fine. I'm sure God doesn't mind.